Hello, everyone. This is a new broadcast going live to you. And with thanks to our new sponsor, we have yet another ideal sponsor for the show.
Lakasambode.
It's
Lakasambode. PTY.
organic zinc. Designed to make you perform at your optimum.
ABN, Lakasambode. Proprietary Limited. Lakasambode.
Yeah, man. What a week it's been, man. So, we've had the reign of terror removed from you finally. It was good to see that your obligations to your former organisation have now, you're free now to speak.
Yes, I have successfully come out of the closet now.
Because now we can shit can all the local businesses that we've been wanting to, destroy.
Technically not, because it lasts after that. But
Oh, yeah. For what, 2 years, is it? Or, it's an indefinite period of time. Yeah, man. So, talk to us about the new woman in your life.
so she's got 6 fingers, 6 toes. Beard.
Yep. You met her at a circus, was it? Or whereabouts? Silver Circus is in town, so...
Tasmanian.
Oh, okay, of course. She's not a relative? Did you check that?
Didn't check.
Could be.
Not a concern anyways,
Yeah. So, I like how the new setup, it's pretty good. It's fantastic.
Get her as fuck.
You right there with the microphone there? I think you've got it set up wrong.
What's that?
No, who gives a fuck? Who cares? But seriously, we do have a new sponsor. It's a coffee company. It's Closer's Choice Coffee for closers only. Closer's Choice. That's actually going to be my new coffee brand, Closer's Choice. For sales agents only. It's an exclusive brand of coffee. You've got to prove that you are working in sales before you can actually get the coffee. So, you're right there. Yeah.
So how do you prove that?
I don't know. You sort of, you've got to send in pictures
Of your dick.
Yeah, that's exactly
Measure the
what it is.
circumference of your shaft.
You've got to send that in. We actually then source.
The sauce, as it were. We source the sauce directly from the phallus. We make a nice, smooth, creamy blend. Okay. Arabica coffee beans. Then we mix the sauce through it, froth to perfection. Once it tastes your lips, there's no turning back, sir.
So the coffee, you've also got to prove your sales figures before you can buy the coffee beans as well. An original roast for closers only. Please prove to us that you are a top earner, top performer before you get your hands on the coffee. And if you get caught lying about your sales figures, we will hunt you down.
So help me God.
Yeah, I actually just recently learned how to use the coffee machine at work, so that was good. And I make a delicious, frothy, creamy goodness of coffee.
I like to thruff my man juice up in that just to give it a thruffy little body to it, Pheromones. The testosterone in there just gives you that extra hit.
And then, when I finally drink the last drop of my Closer's Choice coffee, I get on that phone and I close. Nay, help the man who says no to me. So I do understand.
So what you're saying, you want me to what? Grab that subscription and shove it up my ass?
And how far up my ass, Sam?
Is that because you're currently not running the business, or you are running the business? You're thinking about getting out of the business. Is that why you wanted me to shove it up my own ass? Or
so when you say shove it up my ass, did you mean shove it up my ass indefinitely or call you back in 3 months?
is this a definite shove up the ass, or just sort of pending, considering maybe shoving it up my ass?
So if I do indeed shove it up my ass, does that then open us up to an opportunity of a
If I were
callback?
to say shove it up my ass, would you be prepared to hand over your credit card number?
So is it just your name on shove your credit card number up your ass? Yes, I could do that indeed, sir, but I won't be able to without the details.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I've actually started listening to motivational stuff as well.
I've got
to get my own ringtone back.
I've
I've got to watch Rocky again. That's going to be on the agenda. Got to watch Rocky again. Watch the old classic.
Do your motivational tape start like, insert name here, record name, Johnny. Johnny, you are a special, beautiful person. You emit great positive energy. Now just visualize yourself. Say after me, I am a special person.
I want you to say the following words to yourself before you go to bed. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. There was actually a positive motivational speaker. It was actually a big one who did that. He would say, I like myself. Which I guess kind of works for some people, you know what I mean? I don't like myself. Oh, God. I don't deserve success. There's a lot of the... I don't know. I don't actually think it's bullshit. I actually do believe that somebody, in your ear, you're listening to someone's CD or whatever, and they're in your ear telling you, you are great. You were born to be incredible. You have all of the world to conquer. It's like grand scale, and here you are talking to people about accounting software or something, it's like, sir, I do indeed need to know if you are employing people, or is it just yourself? Would you like to be employing people? Get fucked, cunt. Yeah, man. You been watching any good shows lately?
Yeah, there's this porno I watched the other day, RedTube. Just trying to think what happened to it.
Aside from RedTube, is there any normal shows that you're watching there, pal? Or
other than sexually stimulatory, no.
Are you you're this Warcraft generation that basically you're on a high of Red Bull and our new sponsor, Rapid Shred?
After you've been beating off for the last 20 minutes, you need to restore essential electrolytes. Rapid Shred will get you back in the game. Have you drained your knapsack of semen through a 15-hour RedTube marathon?
Have you just gone through another RedTube marathon with you and your friends? Have you all suddenly exhausted those electrolytes that are flowing through your body and now they're spent? Rapid Shred will bring you back. Rapid Shred has the ability to, within 15 minutes, restore 15 hours of orgasm took out of you.
It's clinically proven to restore all semen reservoirs within 15 minutes.
Rapid Shred. You'll be buzzing. Red Bull. So basically,
wings.
So we've got Red Bull. That's a RedTube and Owl show sponsor of the evening. So what does Red Bull help you do? Like you sort of just crack over in about 6 cans in a row. You're doing like the 20th hour of Warcraft.
Gives you a heart attack.
Wow, that's not helping the sponsor, is it really? Did I say heart attack? I meant heart goodness.
It doesn't have quite the same ring to it as gives you wings, does it?
Has it been proven?
Gives you cardiac arrest. But
may cause heart palpitations, or as far as it's like two extremes, isn't it? Heart palpitations, your heart may skip a beat, or you may die of cardiac arrest. Please drink responsibly. Yeah, man. What else is happening, man? You're on the take. You're out
I'm on
there.
the mark, motherfucker. I'm about to bust out the serious rhymes. Give me a beat, man. Give me a beat. Boom chi, pa boom boom chi, pa boom chi, pa boom boom chi. I like to sniff the rapid shred up my nose. Baby, come gather round. I like the hose. I pimps up your bitch because that's my style. Hitting the rapid shred. Off the tiles.
Rapid shred.
I go to the gym. I hit the rapid shred. I come home. I go to bed. Get up in the morning and smash a Red Bull. Mix a bit of shred into that. It's all good.
Yeah, man. It's like, what else has been happening, man? What have we been doing?
Just launching a professional hip-hop career. Nod your head, motherfucker. Nod your head.
Nod in agreement. So we can turn this into an educational podcast as well.
About what?
How to sell more effectively. Now you can turn your dreams into reality. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about dreams, reality, money. Want more money?
People are just indoctrinated to chase money, even if they'll never get it. That's how they keep the cogs of the machine going. Make people chase it their whole lives, and then the wheels keep turning. The moment people stop giving a fuck about it, then you don't have all the worker bees on the bottom, do you? It's like that Nirvana, Nevermind, Nirvana, the CD cover with the baby underwater.
Well, I'll tell you something that's interesting, and this is kind of what happened to me today, right?
I have an 18-inch cock. I bet you didn't think that, and that is highly interesting.
I go to a whore, and they won't let me pay them. They won't. They won't accept my dime, my money.
They tip me, okay?
But it's funny in the sense that I've obviously, corporate, we've mentioned it before. I'm highly respected and highly prized in the corporate environment, hence the reason why you should listen to my words of wisdom. I will teach you how to climb the ladder. And let me tell you, I have been through hell and back doing it.
I have sealed my credentials by sucking every single manager off in Melbourne.
And I am proud of what I've done. Now, you tell me why you think I should hire you. That'd be a good interview. Does this involve me having to, A, suck someone off, B, not suck someone off, C, work hard, or all three?
Say you were the scenario. So, your boss has just come out of the toilet and you can see he's a little bit stressed. Do you A, run back in there just before he comes out and give him a bit of a blowjob to pick his mood up? Do you B, simply ignore it? C, make him a coffee? So based on your responses there, I do think you're the right fit for this company. We will be shortlisting you to the next round of interviews.
Now, you're a young, pretty mouth. Pretty face. You're a nice candidate.
You've got a tight ass. Your credentials are spot on.
You are looking mighty fine in those jeans. That you are, in fact, looking like you could sell effectively if you could read between those lines.
You, in fact, are looking like you could suck a horse off. You're fucking high.
We took a record 7 minutes. Oh no, we took nearly 20 minutes to mention penises. That was pretty good. That's the longest we've ever done. Now, based on what we just said, I want to follow on with what I went through in the corporate environment. Mm-hmm. I felt that I was selling my goddamn soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really weird though? The vast majority of people are scared. They live in fear. You know, we really buy into the boss. We really buy into a boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's this idea that someone's a boss, whether it be a cafe, whether it be your boss and you're just you and the boss. There's always this thing that you've got to treat them infinitely more important than you are.
But I don't. I speak to him in common tongue, and it either makes or breaks. At that moment, they either hate it, and it will create permanent tension, or they respect me for it.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny, as you get older, I tend to
massage the shaft in a clockwise.
I have had my fair share of pummeling. Both I've pummeled and been pummeled. There's no in between. You've got to be willing. Give and take, thrust, and be thrusted.
The best ones is when you walk into a fucking office and then the guys higher up don't say hello.
Well, they don't.
The people lower. That's hilarious, man.
They don't. And in where I work,
it's like a complete opposite to like a Richard Branson like way of managing a company.
Look,
do you reckon Richard Branson walks into Virgin?
Yeah, but nobody's
just
perfect.
snobs everyone. He probably goes up and shakes everyone's hand.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, the weird thing about it all is it's hard to work out where people are at. It's like it happens apparently in LA with the film industry. So what happens is certain people cannot talk outside and interrupt other individuals, and that's kind of because it's a well-oiled machine, and it has to go in a certain direction. There's no room but there's a lot of ego in that whole industry. I've only lightly dabbled in it and noticed it was quite a bit of an ego.
So it's exactly the same thing there that prevents a conversation between someone higher up and
it's
someone
ridiculous.
lower down. It's ego. It has nothing to do with the functioning of the company.
No,
because
it's
a
not.
company would function better.
Yeah.
There'd be specific circumstances where a company might function less better if there's communication there. But vast majority of cases, if there's a bit of cohesion there and a bit of community-ship.
Yeah, and I mean, the weird thing is...
I believe I just made that word up. I believe the correct word was community. Yes, carry on.
What I've noticed, though, is when you get other departments, and they've got their little manager, right? And then that individual decides, well, I'm a manager across everything. So therefore I'll teach, or I'll just ignore everyone that isn't a manager. So that means from other departments. So all of a sudden it's like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But what I notice about management is there's this belief that their day and what they do is more important and bigger than what you'd ever do.
Yeah. When in fact, a lot of time it's the opposite. They do less work and they make it look like they're...
But I don't even work related. I mean even personal life. Like they have the right to tell you about their family.
Yeah.
But you don't mention your family.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. It's like, so when did you become a better human being as a result of choosing a management role?
Yeah.
So I've had that my whole life. I've never believed that teachers were better. I just thought teachers were teachers. They were just regular people. But there was this idea that, no, we're more important. How dare you? And it's like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean, how dare I what? You're a teacher. You chose the job. You're a teacher. Right, so teach. No one, you weren't anointed. You weren't, the Queen didn't come past and give you the appointment. You chose the job. You went for a job interview. You became a teacher. Be a teacher, but fuck the ego. We don't need to know that you're more important.
That one's a particularly ironic one because if you're a teacher, you probably failed at being successful in your field. So you've gone to teach. Those that can't do, teach. So
to a degree,
it's particularly
not always
ironic.
true though. There are some people that do
of course,
and
but
teach.
it's particularly ironic. It's like me. Which is a safer career pathway? Becoming a professional musician or music teacher? Becoming a music teacher. Yeah. But then if I start carrying on like I'm the fucking bee's knees and big shit because I teach clarinet, well, if I was that good, I'd be going and performing clarinet in a fucking orchestra. Do you know what I mean?
So it's really funny how ego works. It springs out of everyone, just out of nowhere.
It springs right from the asshole of the womb of the ground, so to speak.
It's just ironic. So here, and this is the funny thing I mentioned before, was how the manager, it's kind of like he has this very important thing to tell us that's going to change our whole livelihood. But rather than bring that out in the open, he kind of slides it in halfway through the meeting. So we've been talking about this whole thing of how can the company be better by us. And of course they make notes and it's all a load of crap. But then, oh, by the way, we're doing this. We're going to restructure the whole sales team. And a restructuring can be shambolic.
Yeah,
it can be an absolute shambles.
Sleight of hands.
Yeah, so it's this little, and it was so obvious when I mentioned to you off air.
In strict confidence, now we're going to broadcast it to an international audience.
Yes, we were off air earlier. Now we're on air. There's a big red light blinking. But obviously, the big important thing was this quick thing that he quickly slid under there. It was the little ace that he snuck into the hand.
I mean, the dildo was so subtle, yet he just slid it in there.
Before he knew it, I was in absolute agony with the big black dildo that he'd been shafting around me. But see, the funny thing is, it was so obvious to me, I called it and said, whoa, what are you talking about? You haven't even consulted these guys. I didn't even say you haven't consulted me. I said, look, these guys have been making some big sales here. What are you doing making these whole-handed changes? From what I can tell, what he's going to do is actually switch it up so that some of the reps will be kind of banished into these crappy departments while others are sort of favorably doing well. But in any case, the stupid thing is that everyone just quietly accepted it. After all they've been through, after all the hard work, they're willing to accept management making these decisions that just affect their livelihood. And afraid to say, what the F are you doing? Like, at what point do you step up in life? Like, when do you stop being, just a bit of a sheep? Like, it seems to me like you've just got to, every time you're employed, it comes with this massive expense of you being like a bit of a sheep. You just got to really follow. Corporates aren't going to make themselves better by, hurting everybody. I don't know. I think it's just this thing where people can't help but want to make a decision and have it in their head that it's going to go brilliantly. And then when they carry it out and it all goes wrong, they're like, oh, well, they didn't execute the plan. And it's like, well, you had a perfectly functioning system before. Why'd you mess with it? That's what always gets me. I just don't understand why they would suddenly change everything. And then not just, well, we're going to test it, we're going to trial it, we'll just do a little bit of this. No, it's just the whole team. Everybody's going to follow this exact thing. We've made up our mind. It's really funny. You just think, but what interested me was everyone's like, oh, okay. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, when did you just suddenly become yes people? When you're in sales, you've kind of got to...
You could say bitches.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, buddy. It's funny. After a while, you sometimes think what matters, what's really important, and I don't think these things are. I think it's just a bit of a waste of time. At the end of the day, I've had my ass pummeled for no reason at all. That's the realization I've had just now.
There comes a point where you have to step up, Okay, and suck every fucking cunt off in the whole office to get to where you are. You need to grow the balls. You need to drain that sack in the mouth of every single cunt in there.
I have a feeling
that doesn't
we're
make any
losing.
sense whatsoever.
The audience is disappearing as we speak. I can sense it.
I believe I just put an 18 restriction on this video and thus negated 35% of our audience.
It's now down to how many people now? 5?
5. Some creepy motherfucker beating off to the subtle sexual references, although not that subtle.
The rest of them took our advice and went to RedTube. They're going to do that 15-hour marathon. They're going to use the Rapid Shred, who is our genuine sponsor. Thank you, Rapid Shred. We'll have to have a competition one of these days to win a container of Rapid Shred. A 1 month supply, which is basically one canister.
Half an hour's worth of Rapid Shred.
You will get an entire month's worth of Rapid Shred. Like 12 servings.
Nah, people are bitches. They just don't have any balls.
They don't. They seriously don't. You know, people just I don't know.
Which is stupid, because if you unionise as a group and send an email and cooperate, organise it behind your
Ultimately,
back,
you
behind
win.
their back, and then voice it, then you would win. But they're too stupid to even
You
do
must
that.
plot against the evil king. Yeah, it is a bit ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. What can I tell you? I'm a bit over it, to be honest. After a while, you know, everything's got its downside. Everything's got its, you know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah, people are dumb in general, though. People are pretty fucking stupid. Society at large.
So you're running this business, and I got to say, you do look like a bit of a pissant if you can't afford the software I'm selling you. Are you a pissant? There's actually a sales agent that says to people, look, sorry I have to say this, but are you able to afford what I'm offering? As if to suggest that because they're not buying it, it's because they can't afford it.
Yeah. Complete reverse psychology.
Oh, no.
Oh, so $50 a month is out of your...
The guy's probably a multi-millionaire. If someone, you know, you've got to give someone a bit of slack, huh? It's kind of funny. Yeah.
And then when you look at the engagement stats on YouTube of like where people's attention starts tailoring off, it's like you get like drops from like 80% to like 5% right about here. Yeah, how you can see like the engagement,
Oh, right, yeah.
like the audience retention.
Hey, have you seen the numbers we got on the first podcast?
It's only about 11.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but no one knows about it.
No, but seriously, who are the 11?
Probably some random guy that's just typed in something and got a hit on one of the tabs.
Did you put on there how to anally rape?
I put step-by-step instruction on how to perform fellatio male on...
And we only got 11. How far was the engagement?
Oh, I didn't look, but you can see where it drops off on videos.
Yeah.
It shows you that.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to probably work out.
Well, I don't know if it's a good idea to talk about fucking sales every 5 seconds. Most people couldn't give a shit.
I beg your pardon, but our listenership are professional sales individuals. Our sponsor is Closer's Coffee. Closer's Choice. Did I tell you that I used to be a fine magician? I was the finest coin magician the town had ever seen.
Nay, an illusionist.
An illusionist. Now watch as I take this coin. Now I will describe to you the
I will
incredible...
make this vanish 1 second and just get the kiwi jelly out. Yep. Okay, and it's gone there. I mean, for our audience, we have no visuals there, but you have to take my word of it. It's completely vanished. Yeah. And look, and it's coming back. Oh, look, and a gerbil, and some anal beads are coming out as well. Look at that. I've turned what was mere a gold coin into both a gerbil and anal beads.
There actually was a magician at our fucking event. God, that guy was an asshole. Basically, this schmuck comes out and does this ridiculous routine where he lifts a table. Like he did that one where it's basically a tablecloth. He holds the tablecloth and the table lifts with it.
Yeah.
Like that somehow fit appropriately in our corporate environment. Not only that, it was one of those Elizabethan tables, like the ones that are really finely decorated.
Yeah.
Like that's just randomly found somewhere, you know what I mean? It just completely looked like out of place. It was ridiculous. Now, I will continue to do yet another trick with this fine silver sixpence.
Now, this time I'm going to make my 18-inch black cock disappear. Ready? Okay. Mm-hmm. 1 second. And
I can barely go 2 seconds without it being either a black cock or something up your ass. Everything, all roads lead to anus.
You might also just call that as like a channel, all roads lead to anus.
Yeah, anus channel. Hello, welcome to Anus FM. We've got our next caller here. He's going to talk to us about his anal escapades. Hi, Billy. What's happened to you recently? Last night I was with my boyfriend. We were shopping at a supermarket and I found a huge carrot. Needless to say, fast forward to that evening. There is actually... look, am I... I don't know if we've got a gay audience or if we don't have a gay audience. I don't give a fuck.
Well, if we did initially, we certainly do now. And if you think this segment's going to get any better, don't. And
So there's this gay guy in the office, and there, like I said, I think the first rant we had was me complaining about, maybe it wasn't the first one, but it was one of many, where I was complaining about the gay guys. Did I talk about the... Did I tell
they started bagging homos out.
Basically, I started saying that the homos have got the control of the audience, the control of the office. They sway, you know. Because if you're gay, right, you get to just talk shit and it sounds interesting. You know what I mean?
Does it sound interesting, though?
Well, no, it does. It's not interesting, but to women it's interesting.
Oh, I mean, as you're homosexual, you can obviously demonstrate it. Give me an example, John.
I'm not a fucking homo, motherfucker.
Come on, give me an example.
I will show and shove my cock up your ass to prove that I'm not a homosexual.
It's like Tyson
I'm pretty
says.
certain. Huh?
As Mike Tyson says, what does he say? I'm going to fuck me till you love me, faggot.
Is that what he said? Are you for real? I don't think he said that, man.
I think he did. Google it.
Okay. New segment. Fuck you till you love me. Now, I will take this gold piece and watch as I do my third piece of...
disappearing trick.
Magic finery. I'll describe to you as I take. The coin in my right hand is now thus placed in my left. It's still there. As I open my hand now, I close my hand, put it under my butt cheeks, and poof, it's gone.
You know the Sixth Sense? You know how he does that magic trick? Have you seen that?
The movie.
Look, I'll show you. Chuck it.
The movie.
Yeah. Chuck me the coin.
What was the magic trick in the movie?
Chuck me the coin. I'll show you.
You don't know.
And then you can articulate it to the audience verbally.
Now, watch this. I take the coin. No. Watch carefully. Watch as my audience participant here will be amazed as a coin vanishes from, watch closely, pop it in there, and it is gone. Absolutely magic, isn't it? Fantastic.
I'll show you the Sixth Sense one, Chuck.
He's spellbound, people. Here, catch.
The look of astonishment is pertinent. Yeah, so he says, all right, so I've got the coin here. The shake of the hand and some magic. It's now in here. Okay. But that's not the end of the trick. Shake of the hand. It's in my right pocket. But that's not the end of the trick. It's some magic. It's in my left pocket. But that's not the end of the trick. Simsalabim. Right back in the right hand.
Get fucked. That was in The Sixth Sense. That wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, that's the joke. It was.
What?
The psychologist does it to the little kid.
Doesn't he show his hand empty all the way?
Yeah, it's a joke. It's like an ironic joke. It never moves. But do you get it? Like he's doing it to the kid. The kid's like, you can't look at it too technically, mate. It's for a kid.
Fuck you.
It's supposed to be like a cute.
I said, motherfucker, that ain't no magic, motherfucker. That shit is bullshit up in here, motherfucker. You gotta be pulling some motherfucking ass up in here to pull that nigger
It's
ass.
a trick you could do for a small child, you know.
How small are we talking? Newborn? The Newborn's Guide to Magic. You will create wonders and astonishment to children up to the
Never
age of
seen
6
before.
months.
World-class illusionist, a Dem. And then we got the right hand. We do a bit of magic.
Watch as a
sold
Dem.
out.
Your last chance.
Watch as a Dem
for
does
Dem's
super lame, ironic magic tricks to cringe and make you bite your teeth.
children the world over know him as the Wonder Child.
The lame
a
fuck.
Dem. The what?
The lame fuck.
A Dem will have your children spellbound. Children over the age of 2 may see right through his magic and not be astonished at all.
Recommended age for
A prelude to the Wiggles.
recommended age for optimal.
A wondrous magician who could fool any a child or pet, or anyone who is completely drunk. Those that have been taking drugs and hallucinogens for over a period of a week straight will be spellbound. A Dem appearing in cinemas.
Do you reckon I could
across the
get a professional magic gig doing that?
Oh yeah, you'd be one of these excellent magicians that's like doesn't give a fuck. Okay, here's a coin, dude. See?
And
Yeah,
I'll be
the
like,
coin.
anyone
Now
seen
it's
Sixth
gone.
Sense
Fuck
in
off.
here? Anyone seen Sixth Sense? And a couple of people put up a hand. All right, you guys can fuck off for the next 15
Get
minutes.
out. Get the hell out. I was actually doing coin magic for a little while. It's pretty cool.
And then you lost your virginity. Boom, ching.
And then I had one woman who was willing to actually have intercourse with me. That changed the course of my trajectory. I suddenly became
Pussy bound. I went from spellbound to pussy bound in a matter of 20
I
hours.
started my career as a magician doing coin magic up until the age
this
of
is Bruno. So if you like
18.
it, say Fajal. So Nesh. What about like sex with a really hot Brazilian guy? Nesh? Is it gay if I like...
Yeah.
What about hugging guys?
I think we're getting the...
Is that okay? Hugging guys? Is that gay?
Did he do that? Is that in the show?
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Magic at its finest. Yeah, so I'll tell you about a magic trick. I took the biggest penis and it disappeared.
That one's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah. So I ranted about gay guys dominating the corporate office.
And then we went on a massive tangent talking about ramming coins, anal beads up our ass, showed a shit little trick from Sixth Sense, did a shitty impersonation of Bruno, and we're back to the central initial point. Yep, go ahead, Garani, over to you.
Mm-hmm. Now, the problems in the Middle East are as follows. Number one, number two,
Yeah.
number three.
We have a tendency in this show of being a bit immature and mucking around, so now we're going to actually address
fuck
some
the anal
serious
bead
topics.
shit. That's enough of that. I'm absolutely sick and tired of talking about faggots dominating the office.
But did you see on
fuck
the
that?
Did you see on the news yet?
No, you got to tell the story. Listen, what happened was this Iranian walks into a bar and this Iraqi was the bartender.
Yeah.
And the two of them basically started having it off.
Yeah.
The Iranian says, you dumb infidel. And the Iraqi says, listen here, you... Crazy joke. That's a big one in the Middle East. That's going around. That's actually doing the rounds at the moment. Isn't that a great joke? Doesn't that bring you closer to the Arab people, the Persians? Hey, what joke did you hear? Tell them that really nice one about the Jew.
Yeah, so a Jew enters the bar, right? And basically... a bottle of scotch, and then basically he came in because he didn't want to sign up.
Now, guys...
A Zionist...
Yeah, so that brings us closer to the Jewish people. So now basically what we're basically trying to say here is basically that they're essentially what we're saying. I've been doing that a lot lately.
Can I get some rapid shred? I feel that would really put me into peak mode. For...
Yeah, you
Can you
definitely...
chuck me that bottle?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll dissolve it because it has a nice little fruity taste to it. Be almost like a fruity martini. A mocha what do you call the...
Okay, what I'll do is I want to go off and get you a cocktail of rapid shred.
Can you mix some in? Because I'm actually a little thirsty.
Do you want me to get you some?
Yeah, just a tiny amount.
I'll give you a taste of a little bit of a buzz. Get a little bit of rapid shred. Give you a little bit of a tingle in your dingle. All right, now tell them the joke about the Jews.
Yeah, all right, so I'll tell it properly since I've got the levels right. All right, so this Palestinian, a Jew, and a Irish walk into the bar, and the Irish says, can I have a pint of Guinness? I say, yep, there you go. And then the Palestinian says, look, can I have some ouzo or whatever the fuck? Gives him that, and then it comes to the Jew, and he says, look, I was going to order... because in that and his credit card all by myself, I don't wanna be all by myself. It's been 7 days since you have gone. Da 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 da. I go out every night and since you've been gone, 'cause not to you. Cause nothing compares to you.
Rapid shred on its way. It could be a bit of Red Bull. It could be a bit of crack cocaine.
Damn. Like now we're ready to roll.
Rapid shred. Takes about not even 10 seconds before it kicks in. You'll feel it within about a minute. Rapid shred.
My penis looks very much forward to it.
I'm not sure this rapid shred... Oh my God, I feel like a massive pulsing erection. Bring me that wench.
I go out every day and every Since you put away from me. Cause nothing.
Do you know the story behind that?
What's that?
Nothing compares.
No.
There's a true story about it.
Little lesbian had an encounter with the lawnmower, shaved off all her head.
Yeah.
Bald as a bald eagle. Very disappointed, got ridiculed like a motherfucker. Wrote that song about self-loathing.
Basically, she was experiencing herself and discovering her sensuality with a Hoover vacuum cleaner. Now, nothing compared to that experience that she was having. It was a 1200 watt, I believe.
When her dildo finally broke. It's been 7 hours without my best friend.
Best friend being the Hoover.
We didn't need that little reference.
In fact, the Hoover was a brand new 5-year warranty machine. It had an incredible suction.
All across the world, lesbians are enjoying the reliability and effectiveness of good suction from our friends at Michael Jackson, special guest. Ow.
I'm spilling my water just broke.
He's spilling his load.
The Hoover will give you and your lesbian friend endless suction enjoyment. From the first suction to 5 years from now, we give you a 5-year warranty that the 1200 watt will give you the best suction that you've ever had and that you'll ever have. No other vacuum cleaner can be used or experienced or indulged in such a fashion. It makes it a bestseller.
I think you're going to rip your vagina up pretty bad if you put a vacuum cleaner on your pussy.
Would you?
I don't think it'd be pleasurable, man. Have you ever put a vacuum cleaner on your skin? I wouldn't be sticking it on your genitalia.
Someone must have tried.
Nah, not full suction. You'd rip your
Yeah, they do a little bit of suction.
Trust me, sir, I have tested the hypothesis and I can vouch for that. It's not a good idea.
Let me tell you this. Have you ever been to emergency and tried to explain the redness around your penis? It was an allergic reaction to the swimming pool that I went to earlier today. So why is there redness just around your genitals?
I have to go.
Look, I'll be forthcoming with you.
Excuse the pun. Yes, I was trying to come inside the vacuum cleaner.
It extracted, and unfortunately, I passed out. Now, when I came to, and let me tell you something, I came to. Rapid Shred goodness has kicked in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello there, sir.
The final countdown.
Shred is a diabolical membrane-inducing that will leave you throbbing at the... and your butt cheeks will be... The maturity level of what we're doing is about 12. You do realize that? Seriously. Rabbit Shred is a fine coma-inducing drink. You may lift upwards of 50% higher in the gym, or you will pass out. Either of those two are quite good responses to Rabbit Shred. I've actually gotten dizzy with Rabbit Shred in the gym.
Have you?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I basically was lifting weights and then I nearly
I
fainted.
had the vacuum cleaner on my cock. I was auto-asphyxiating, hanging from my belt buckle from my mother's ceiling, and I was on the Rapid Shred. The combination of all three did give me a little bit, left me a little bit faint.
I had experienced the most exhilarating, death-defying experience of my life with Rapid Shred. I was
And it was as simple as that.
The most incredible thing happened.
I had what could only be described. And there was 5 midgets into...
The hardy wench beckoned. I basically grabbed the rope, ran to her, dived, and
latched onto the teat of my...
what could only be described as a unicorn. And how many people can you say have been through that experience? The Rapid Shred's going to keep you awake until 4 a.m. That's about, the only side effect, if you want to call that a side effect.
Well, I intend to suspend myself from the ceiling with a belt buckle and masturbate furiously at 4 a.m. So anything that can
help with that. You've timed it to perfection. You got a webinar coming up, have you? That's actually a good webinar. You'll probably get a good response out of that.
Google Hangout session.
Okay, hey everybody.
You label it something completely benign and you get all these people log in. So I hang out with LeBron's, James LeBron. Everyone logs in there. You got 20 people that fall for it. And it connects. It connects.
There's this,
and you've got
thrash music
what's that lesbian? What's that little lesbian bitch with no hair? Nothing compares. What's her name?
Sinead O'Connor?
Yeah. So it's got Sinead O'Connor just playing the light in the background with candles. People working. Where the fuck is, James LeBron? It's like, I go out every day and every night.
And then the camera slowly pans.
And it's like this silhouette hanging from the ceiling and they're trying to work out what's going on. It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
And then some leave and then some go and then some stay.
And like the figure like goes into the range of the camera so you can see it. It's just like candle lit, so you can just work out that there's this fucking mannequin hanging from the ceiling.
Is it a mannequin? Is it a man? All I know is I'm seeing what looks like someone masturbating.
Mommy! I go out every day and every night.
This guy has just completely lost it. Then Google Hangouts like an hour later. Thanks for joining. Thanks for viewing. We'll be back next week.
You wake up in the morning and it goes, due to breach of community guidelines, your Google account has been cancelled. That's all you get.
Did I get dobbed in?
You just write to them. Like, what was that? I thought...
Listen, Google.
But they banned it for copyright infringement because you're playing Sinead. They don't even give a shit about the fact you're wanking off to a 13-year-old audience whilst spectating.
13-year-old audience, God help me.
It's just a music. Vivo, shut it down.
Hi, Dem. It's Sinead here from Google. Unfortunately, you've done a bit of a breach. You were playing Sinead O'Connor for more than 25 seconds. You did breach the fair go policy.
Now, I understand.
I
understand your stream got 5 million hits because you labelled it Brains John.
Now, from what I understand, you busted a nut or something, but unfortunately, Sinead O'Connor, if you can just remove that soundtrack after 25 seconds of fair use policy, maybe switch to another song of Sinead's tracks.
You get a cease and desist for auto asphyxiating.
Now, Sinead O'Connor herself's actually perfectly okay. She has made some sales on her CD. People trying to recreate your show. That's always interesting. What has the world come to when a man can't auto-asphyxiate himself for hanging from a belt on his own private home?
Whilst playing some dulcet 80s track by a lesbian who looks like she's had some encounter with a lawnmower.
This is the corporate world I was talking about. They had a secret meeting in their little pleasure dome and they watched our full 1 hour stream.
It's like LeBron's James. You get some little nerdy Jewish guy in his room, like with LeBron's posters around his room, and he like finds the Google Hangout, gets ready. It's like live stream starts in 15 minutes. He's like, LeBron's James.
Who is
Gets
LeBron James?
The basketball player.
Oh,
and
my
then it
God,
starts,
the big one.
Live stream starts in 15 seconds. 15, 10, 9, 8, 7. I go out every night, every day. And everyone's thinking, oh, the production value of this is really good. Oh, I didn't think it'd be
I'm just trying to
emotional. So where's the bronze? Since I ran away from
I think
you.
I see a silhouette. Is that it? Is that him?
Mommy?
Oh, man. 2 hours of that shit going on to webinar. So this is Sinead again. Just calling again from Google head office. Just leaving you a message. The second stream we did, I think it was about 12 million people that were watching. Obviously, it's a successful channel, but you've just gone over with the Sinead O'Connor.
Now, look, I really appreciate you're a big fan, but I just don't think that was an appropriate soundtrack to put. And then LeBron's James is like, he just like on his Twitter account just says, "Damn." It's just like, it's like a 2-word response. It's like, "Damn, shit."
LeBron's, what were you thinking? Why, oh why?
He's like, "Oh my God, just saw the video entitled LeBron's James where some white kid strung himself up." So some white boy was playing some Otis shit or map. some white boy titled his video of LeBron's James, and there's some white cracker hanging from the ceiling. Oh, they was asphyxiated, beaten up while Chanel kind of was there. Damn.
This is Sinead O'Connor. I don't approve of my song being used and misappropriated for more than 25 seconds. Should you wish to use the music for the audio asphyxiation, please pay royalties to the following account account.
We'll do a stream called Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz live stream. So every Saturday night we'll Google it to find a live stream.
Yeah, and they'll find that
And it'll
useless
be
piece
like,
of shit.
I go about every night and every day.
The saddest thing will be us trying to recreate this fucking webinar video on Google Hangouts so that people sort of count down. Oh, what's
You
this?
could do it with a dummy. Like, we should do it. It'd be funny. And we'll put Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz rematch. And you'll get probably, because people always search live pirate streams, you get easily a minimum of, 100,000, 300,000 people trying to connect to it.
Oh, man. We're marketing geniuses. It's as simple as that. We really are. We're just incredible. We should be working in a huge marketing company.
So you pitch it. You're like, so I've got an idea, guys. Like, we really want to sell this breakfast. We want to sell LeBron James's new Reeboks. Reeboks. So I've got this idea. Just bear with it, guys. So
okay. What is it?
it's a dimly lit suburban bedroom.
I got it. Yep.
Candlelight in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures of LeBron's around the
Yep, got it.
Then
like
the dulcet 80s classic of Sinead O'Connor comes on.
Mm-hmm. This
So
is
just
mood
picture.
lighting.
Yep.
Good mood lighting.
Yeah, but no, yeah, nah. And then the silhouette pans into the picture, hanging from neck, belt strap, a subtle little wank going on.
You could barely make it out with the candlelight flickering against the hand moving.
And then
but we
Reebok.
pan the camera down lower.
For no exception.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Dem. Thanks for that. You're quite an interesting find for this marketing department. Now, we've got this new breakfast cereal that we're thinking of launching. It's a competitor to Kellogg's Cornflakes. Now, essentially, instead of it being corn, it is actually a red kidney bean. Now, what are your thoughts on marketing that?
Well, I'm thinking an ice bath, right? In this dingy little warehouse bathroom.
Now, it's the
ice bath guy's on there naked. He's got like a scar on his right hand side, and he's clearly just had his kidneys stolen to be placed on the black market. Mm-hmm. So someone's roofied his drink, and he's woken up the next day with his kidneys missing in an ice bath. And of course, once again, the prolific track of Sinead O'Connor is playing again. And then it's basically advertising. You know that little tablet you can take for no hangover?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called. You can Google it.
But
it's basically say that. And then the slogan is, no matter how big your night is, there's cool pills. You know what I mean? No matter how big your night is.
At what point does our breakfast cereal appear?
Oh, no, I'm talking about if you've got to market those, those hangover pills. So, I mean, the guy's had a massive night. He's just been rehypnoled and his kidneys removed in an ice bath in Russia. Right? But no matter how big your night is, there's anti-hangover pills.
This Sinead O'Connor is going to be... Wow. You been listening to that song lately?
Nah.
You sure? I think it's a great song. It's a cracker song. Lifts you up in the morning.
Yeah, it just puts a spring in your step, doesn't it?
Spring in your step,
with
exactly.
the bitch crying for 15 minutes in front of the camera. It's like Game of Thrones. You watch it, you feel really good about the world. You know, such a lovely place.
No, but see, when I watch Game of Thrones, I don't let it affect me. I don't sit there and have a bit of a cry. I realise
But it's just constant brutality. There's brutality. There's only a couple uplifting.
What's brutal about having a hand cut off?
No. There's only a couple subtle. There's only a couple subplots that are uplifting in there. Most of them are just like.
What was an uplifting subplot?
Well, maybe there was a love subplot in a couple of episodes.
Where someone wasn't anally pumped? Yes, I do believe there was one scene.
But the rest is just constant brutality and...
yeah, there is.
Deceit and conspiracy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a problem with stuff like that. I don't because the reason is because you can suspend the disbelief a little bit.
Oh, I get sucked right in, sir.
I have a fortitude that allows me to withstand the
just disattach emotionally completely like a sociopath, you know. I just click a switch in my brain and I feel no empathy for the little fuck getting his cock cut off.
Did I tell you of the time my nutsack was removed? That was actually one of the like, how the fuck do you describe that to somebody? Oh, please tell me.
I'm a creepy motherfucker without a cock. Somehow I look like more of a pedophile even though I don't have my genitalia.
You wouldn't believe it, but I am not able
But all the characters are fucking depressing as well. Like, they're all like tragically flawed or like really unlikable, malevolent characters like that fucking Queen or the Joffrey. Like, there's very few likable characters in there that you actually like, except maybe fucking Ned Stark or whatever. And they wiped him out early on.
Yeah, it's weird they got rid of him.
Like, it's just like a depressing storyline. They're constantly running from these White Walker motherfuckers.
Is he a popular actor in real life, that guy?
Yeah, he was in Lord of the Rings. You know, the guy that tries to betray Frodo? It's like, it's mine, I want it. Just let me hold the ring.
Has he done a lot of different shows,
But then he redeems himself at the end. Remember? The orange-headed faggot. And Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, well...
You know he tries to have a go at the ring?
Yeah, I remember now.
But then he redeems himself at the end.
Yeah.
He's not like Aragorn. Aragorn is pure of heart from the very beginning. He never betrays Frodo. Do you understand? Aragorn is like Bill Clinton, utterly impeachable.
I do believe I do understand, sir.
Morally pure Bill Clinton. Do you understand? Doesn't blow up a fucking child hospital or whatever the fuck he did, thinking it was chemical weapons factory. Utterly impeachable. Does not fuck his 13-year-old secretary when his wife's at home. Utterly impeachable. Ned Stark, Bill Clinton, Aragon, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Morally pure.
I see. So, if Ned Stark had a busty wench where her breasts were forth and frothing, what would he do if his wife was not in the room?
So I described his daughter then.
Dude. We have a...
But you know what I mean? Like, the whole thing's just dark and depressing.
Well, you know.
I mean, you watch Queer as Folk, there's at least some ups, there's some downs.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy gets HIV, but then they adopt a child. And the guy's worried about hitting 40, but then he finds love. Whereas Game of Thrones isn't like that. You don't have your melancholic...
Yeah,
bittersweet. It's just constant people fucking each other over, people getting fucked, people getting swords up each other's ass, chicks getting captured and raped. The most depressing cunt in there is that manipulative little conspiring fuck that owns the brothel.
Yeah,
and he's always like pulling strings. Like, what a depressing cunt that guy is.
Yeah, it is an interesting show from that perspective. I guess it's a difference. Look, I think some TV shows get it wrong. I've seen a few where I really was upset if they got rid of a certain love interest, because there's this idea that, no one's interested in love. No one wants two people to fall in love. Let's give them a heist, or let's give them a bank robbery. And it's like, no, that's not what people want. People don't want to just see something blow up. There's this idea that we all want to watch the truck colliding or the thing blowing up. It's not. We're a bit bored of it, to be honest. I mean, all these explosions are just a load of shit. Sometimes you just want to see two characters very much doing what we ultimately want out of life, which is connecting or, trusting one another or being loyal. What we don't want is to stab in the back constantly. It's tedious.
Yeah, which is what you sort of get from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, it is called a Game of Thrones, I guess, but it is a little bit depressing. It's like reading fucking newspaper or something. It's just scandal after scandal.
Yeah, it's tedious. It's funny in a way, though. I get what it's doing. And when you mention the newspaper, it is... People want that, right? It's been reported and it's been shown that people don't want good news. They don't want to read good news. It's really weird. People like reading about the car crash. And so they read about it. But if you say someone, people don't read about some good Samaritan. It's really ironic. It's like the crazy mastermind criminal that blows up a building, and everyone's intrigued by this individual that blew up everybody. But the 200 people that died, it was just these people, whatever. They just get a mere morsel of a mention. Nobody cares about them. They're just a statistic. It's really weird. Because we take an interest in someone that does that wrong thing.
Also, because the media glorifies underworld figures and shit as well, through like Underbelly and stuff.
Yeah, it does.
That was pretty sad as well when they used to have those Underbelly series. It was just glorifying the shit out of drug dealers and shit.
Look, they're a funny bunch. I think if you look at people like that, and they actually do live that life and they do it, it's a very unusual business to be in, and it's really living in fear. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I mean. They don't show you that.
No, they're
showing this glorified, poetic...
That seems fearless,
epic,
but he's not.
I'm doing this. I'm walking into a casino. I'm pulling my gun out and shooting people, and I'm making a fuckload of money. I'm fucking all these bitches. But a lot of those times, people get involved in that. It wasn't how they wanted to start out life. They get involved in it, whether it's pressured into it or they see a good opportunity to make money. And then once they're in, they're fucked. I mean, you could get out, but you already sort of signed your soul to the devil a bit, and you've already embarked down that road where you're almost depending on what you sell, obviously, but and then like you're saying, constant paranoia. So although you're getting all the money and you can buy all the hookers and shit, you're constant paranoia.
Yeah, it is 100%.
You'd be constant. You don't know what's going to happen. The cops have a file on you. Are they tapped your house? Is there someone, standing outside your door ready to shoot you in the head because they want your gear, or, you've been on their turf or whatever? Like,
it's a rough business. No two ways about it. A lot of people, I think, have a really weird
but that's the danger of that show, because it's glorified them. It's turned them into these poetic, likable characters like they did with The Sopranos.
Yeah.
But worse than that, because I think in Underbelly they glorify a lot more violence, and they don't show the
repercussions.
The realistic risks of it on the other side, like it does with Sopranos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 It's
didn't they like glorify? I probably shouldn't mention them by name. Some of them probably still alive, but.
Well, don't mention
whatever
their
that
names.
guy was.
We had 11 viewers last time, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want one of them to be named.
I think he's dead anyway.
Don't mention his name.
Well, anyway, that was selling the whatever. But yeah, that guy just seemed like a fucking bogan. But they just like glorified him into some drug kingpin mastermind.
He wasn't.
In it, just if you hear him talk, he just seems like a manipulative bogan. Like the guy's obviously got into pushing a shitload of meth, I think he was selling. But okay, anyone can do that. I can push that for 6 months and make a lot of money. But then what's the underbelly of that?
But the problem is, though, that
like you're saying, constant paranoia.
Absolutely. Not only that, do you honest to God think that once you've got those crazy connections, they're going to just go, oh yeah, see you later, guys, I'm going to stop now?
Yeah.
You're not. That's it. Some people are trapped. Like, imagine if you're a guy that's like a chemist. What do you reckon? They're going to let you sell to them and then you can stop? Once you're stuck in that stupid game, that's it. You're in. It's a terrible business to be in because you can't leave the damn thing. If you suddenly decide to get out, you can't go. You can't leave. That's the problem. Yeah, so that's the mistake. They never show anyone trying to get out and their way of escape or anything because they're always showing as if, people are happy to be there. It's like this party or something. You're just having a great time. It's just a load of crap.
Yeah, they make it poetic when it's
just rubbish. I reckon there's a lot of hangers-on and a lot of people on the outskirts of it all that think, fuck, what have I done? What am I doing here? Who are these people? Yeah, crazy game to be in. They really are crazy, I'll be honest with you. When I say they're crazy, they're crazy. 100%. How do you play a game with someone that's nuts? You can act nuts. You can be nuts for a little bit, but you stop being crazy. These guys, that's it. 100%. They're all in. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing. And we've done an hour and 13 minutes. In the last 20 minutes, we haven't mentioned penis, anus. And we haven't mentioned
gangland figure who goes by the name of it.
Now, he is wanted in connection to the crystal meth that's been sold in the eastern suburbs
of...
Now, his registration number, we've actually got photos here as we will read out the registration of these
rumour
people.
has it they do have an inside man in the police department of the local shire of it.
Going by the name of
Chief
Constable.
Senior Constable. So a bit of a shout out there to Senior Constable. Yeah, started off just doing the routine radar gun on the street corner there, but it seems like you've gone places.
Now, he is known to walk into the impound centre that is based in the suburb of... He walks in there, he walks out. Of course, he is obviously paid and is the paymaster of the following gangsters. They are named as... You wouldn't even be able to mention those names. You wouldn't even want to guess. Like, you wouldn't want to make one up. These guys know too much. I don't even think we should joke about it.
Yeah, and some cunt's going to be getting really paranoid thinking about talking about him.
Hey,
You know
these
what I mean?
fucking guys.
Like some schizophrenic cunt's going to be drawing dots together going, oh, was he talking about the Shire of... Well, wait a second. The Shire of...
The following segment does not in any way allude to any police corruption of any kind in any institute, state, county.
A completely fictitious...
The following beliefs could indeed be fictitious, completely made up on a whim, and in no way reflect any of the police forces of anywhere known anywhere in the world of any
completely
time
for
period.
satirical purposes. All characters are fictionalized. All scenarios are fictionalized. Except
Police
the senior
corruption.
constable of the local shire of...
Who is indeed a dirty, rotten piece of... and that...
who's got his hands so far in drug money you could call him fucking Scarface himself.
These criminals affectionately known him as the...
Who goes by the gang known pseudonyms of Red and Little...
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty full on. That is pretty fucking full on. Now, the local police in our local environment, all good standing citizens, all looking forth, except for that one dirty. We promise not to name names, but we will name this bastard. Yeah. So this show starts out with a bit of penis, bit of anus. We then spin about into a couple of shows that we've been watching. And then finally name names of the local criminal organizations. Namely...
As station sponsors, we have the Bikie Gang...
affectionately known as the... that's just ridiculous. People are like, oh, wow, this is... Ooh, shit. Yeah, I think I've seen them riding around on the freeway. That's who they are. Yeah, I got into true crime for a little while.
You got into crime, did you, mate?
Yeah, I got into fucking crime, all right. When I finally got out.
Selling illegally imported dildos on the black market.
That's how it started.
It wasn't a market for that. There's too much government excise and fucking strap-ons and shit. I thought, I'll fucking ship in some dildos from Taiwan.
And clean
it was... it was all part of the glamour, all part of the image. I was really seduced and attracted to, the image of being an illegal dildo importer. I'd walk into any bars, it'd all be on the house, have women, off my... I'd walk around with gangster rolls this big in my pocket. Any women I want, I'll just click my fingers, constantly have 1-2 girls hanging off either shoulder. But I tell you, mate, the life that I thought it was going to be wasn't that life at all. I can tell you it's not like it is in the movies. Being a dildo importer does, carry its downs. And I want to warn anyone that's thinking, watching these crime films and think it's a, glamorous thing to get into that.
If you
sort
think
of
it's
market.
a fucking dildo fest, mate, let me tell you something. It starts out being a dildo fest, but it turns into 1 minute you're the one holding the dildo, next minute the
just got
dildo's
out of
holding you.
control. Initially, I was just importing 1 or 2 dildos a week off eBay, and then following that, the greed caught up with me, and it was shipments of 100, 200, 300. I had a massive network going back between here and Taiwan, South America, dildos coming in, post office shipping containers, children toys, whatever I had. I came an obsession. You know what I mean? Money was a
it got
complete
to the
fucking
stage
drug
where
war.
I'd be shipping dildos in
Just the
packets of
constant
rice,
fear
Soviet
of paranoia, constantly having to screen those that are close to me and worrying about whether they're a snitch on the inside or anything like that. You
give a bloke a fucking dildo and you think he's going to use it against you. You're just not sure what's going to happen.
I'd sometimes get a bit edgy, sometimes suspect guy was undercover when he wasn't. You know, bring him in the room, tell him to use the dildo on himself. If he couldn't use the dildo on himself, I'd fucking take him out the back and shoot him. You know what I mean? I had to scream for those sort of people.
Look, it got to a point, and I think the low point was I grabbed the biggest fucking dildo that I had in the trunk of my car, and I was wailing on this bloke, and he was crying like a fucking bitch. I said, listen here, you fuck knuckle, I reckon you're fucking dirty. And I tell you what, I think I turned off a customer that day. But I think he came back and ordered off me offline about a week later.
Yeah, he gave me, biggest fuck up of my life. He gave me negative review on eBay. It's a downward spiral from there, Late
Basically,
postage, price not as described. I just started to make, I was using my own gear, my own merchandise. It was catching up on me, shipping out the wrong dildo. Sometimes I was saying pink, it was black. Sometimes black, it was purple. Just constant fuck ups. My eBay rating just went through the fucking ground. I mean, I went from 99% customer satisfaction down to 55, and it was just really impossible to hold on the reputation after that. Tried other channels, moved to Gumtree, word of mouth, ringing around, cold calling, just couldn't get my dildos out anymore. And long story short, I'm in fucking Wollongong detention centre.
And even in there, you'd think, fuck me
I
dead.
do occasionally get the gear in though, to courtesy of a really friendly prison warden by the name of.
But not only that, right? Not even a week in the slammer, I'm thinking, fuck it, that's it. It's the end of the dildo empire, as far as I'm concerned. But fuck me dead. The orders kept coming, and I swear to fucking Christ,
I mean, that's the problem with
I
this.
was selling more fucking dildos on the inside than I was when I was out there. My empire had grown. There were guys rocking up to me jail cell, dead set, ready to sell dildos.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even take the gear off me and take it back to their own cell. They used to hang out in mine, and I'd just give it straight to them. You know what I'm saying? Come in with their pants down, I'd give it straight to them.
Straight up their fucking ass. Now, that meant that basically the shipments were moving from their ass cheeks to the dirty prison wardens. And one of those bastards was by the name of... So basically the prison warden would wipe down the dildo. He would pack it, and I can't say in what, because basically I'd be exposing what the fuck I'm doing. Long story short, there's dildos up people's asses and God knows where, more than it was when I was fucking around on eBay. And I couldn't have fucking believed that the dildo empire would have grown while I was on the inside. And that's just me telling you straight. No fucking around. But I'll tell you right now, I'm looking over my shoulder every 5 fucking seconds. Some fucking spastic will come up to me with the very dildo I've just given him, and swear to God, if it's not up my ass, it'll be around me fucking throat or down me throat. That's what I'm watching out for. God help me if I fucking end up in the front page newspaper and it's like there's a dildo jammed right in me fucking head. That's what I'm worried about. My family don't know that I'm doing dildos. They think that I was just some common drug dealer doing crystal meth or something. If they found out that it was dildos, I don't know if I could live with myself. I couldn't forgive what I've done, and I wouldn't get forgiveness from my family. And that's part 3 of the show. Dildo.
How long has it been going for?
An hour and 23 minutes.
No, I might as well take it to hour 40.
Hour and 40?
Like a somebody, as it were, sir. Fuck you back. Fuck you back.
So basically this will be LeBron James slam dunks.
The tags will be as follows. Auto asphyxiation, gay anal sex, selling dildos, how to buy sell on eBay, what does eBay rating mean, how can negative feedback affect my eBay rating, eBay buy and sell, standard post for eBay, does shipping the wrong color on an item affect my eBay, it'll be Gumtree, Rapid Shred, Gangland Underbelly, local law enforcement in the Shire of corrupt cops in How to make money selling drugs effectively. How to sell drugs and assorted dildos without getting caught.
Yeah, and that's actually because we've got obviously kids age 13 listening, and we want to teach them, the path that will lead them to success. Now, by talking about these dildos and the criminals that have ended up in I guess the downward spiral, what innocently starts as a dildo infatuation, we want to teach the kids to stay away. All right? We've seen it. We don't want them to go through what we know can happen. The dildo empire, it's not what it's cracked out to be. Yes, it's a party in the first 5 years. Yes, you make a lot of money and you have as the biggest gangbangs you can possibly imagine. But after that 5-year period, there is what we call a stabilization phase, where you only make a few $1 million, right? And the party and the gangbangs continue. But what happens after that 10-year decade stretch? What do you think happens? Huh? So why not do the right thing and work in a call center is what we're trying to say. Earn a lowly income. Learn to introduce yourself.
Be on a minimum wage, okay? Having some cocksucker yell in your ear every 5 seconds that you're not getting enough sales, even though he couldn't even get close to your results.
You want somebody to randomly...
form of mild psychosis through the sheer repetitive nature of your job. Constantly pissing off Greater Melbourne through cold calling the shit out of random businesses. And at the end of that, probably get dismissed because you're not quite up to scratch with the rest of the team.
Or losing the will to live, which is a normal, absolute, definitive phase when you turn 22 or older. Now, why would you forego that real world experience and go down this slippery slope of gang banging the finest pussy you will ever have doing the dildo empire? Why would you do it? That's what we're trying to teach you. And you imagine how much better your soul is when you've been through the anal drubbing of what is a call center environment. Hello there. Yeah. We're just trying to teach the kids. That's what I'm saying. Just want to help. We're the good guys here, man. That's always the way, isn't it? We're the good guys, man. I'm just trying to do what's right.
Yeah, I made some mistakes. But who hasn't? Who hasn't made mistakes, alright? Ah, damn, I got damn caught with my cock once in my own ferret. Okay, I made a mistake. I'm born again now. I don't do shit like that.
Yeah. That's where I was going with that.
Have you seen that video of the
that's the couples with... that's another tag. Gerbil being molested.
Sticking my dick inside my ferret. And born again Christian and reformed, and the path away from dildo selling to a holy religious life. Yeah, have you seen the documentary online about the couples that have intercourse with their pets and shit? Just a casual bit of conversation there to start.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what did you do over the weekend, Johnny? Oh, this fine documentary. Oh, you watched a documentary. What was it about? So hang on a minute. They were lying about it or they were doing it?
No, it's like a state or something, I think, in America where it's legal. And the whole documentary is couples that have sex with
their pets. And it's couples.
Barnyard animals, dogs. Yeah. But it's like a serious documentary. So they're talking very candidly and openly in their living room while they're chopping up carrots and stuff. They're talking to the camera about.
Is it real or is it a fact?
Nah, it's real. It's like an hour-long documentary.
I wonder if that's considered some sort of crime.
That's what I'm saying. I think in that state it's not illegal.
But no, because obviously it's not consensual. The animal doesn't have a right to say yay or nay.
Yeah, but I guess that's debatable, isn't it? I mean, the cow doesn't necessarily consent to you milking their tits, do they?
Well, there you go. Yeah, we've gotten to that highbrow level now.
The horse on the plough doesn't consent to it, so...
At what point does an animal have rights? Is it at the point of intercourse with the animal, or does the animal now have workers' rights, social rights? Does the animal now... it's actually interesting. Okay. I'm very worried about the sexual consensual... the consensual
Well, I
rights.
argued that in religion and philosophy in grade 11. That was saying how it would be wrong to have sex with animals. And I said, but what if they could consent to it? And they're like, oh, that's ridiculous. And I said, well, wait a second. A dog can indicate to you pretty easily if it wants to go for a walk. A dog can indicate to you if it wants a pat. A dog can indicate to you pretty easily if it wants, some schmackos. All right, so why couldn't a dog indicate to you if it wants to just shove and fucking see your cock up?
That's what I'm actually concerned about.
Yeah, so my point was, and I argued this very earnestly in a very stringent academic manner. They were all laughing, saying how immoral the suggestion that an animal would consent to it. But it's very clear when a dog enjoys something or doesn't enjoy something. So if a dog could consent to intercourse, how is that any different from a human consenting to it?
Well, I'm sure there are animal activists now that are tuned in at this point in time.
I'm deeply concerned, and it'd be very much of the interest to know my movements throughout the day on a daily basis.
Okay, we'll take our first call. It is Glennis. Glennis, thanks for calling us today.
Hi, guys. Look, I normally listen to your show, and look, to be honest, the homosexuality stuff doesn't really bother me because I know we live in 2017 and stuff, and
I
like to
understand
each his own. But I just felt you crossed the line there when you're talking about dogs being out of consent, taking a cock up there.
Listen here, you goddamn son of a bitch. You can't come into my goddamn home and tell me what the fuck I can fuck or not fuck. I want to shove my goddamn ding-dong in a goddamn disk drive, I'll do it. I watch red tube, red porn, red boo, you don't know. I want to shove my ding-dong in the DVD player, I'll do that too. But god damn it, I bought that puppy, I raised that puppy.
That's my property, right? That's my property. I do what I want. Whatever, I do what I want. Okay, you can't tell me. I pay good money for that horse. I pay good money for that.
Let me tell you something. There is a special bond between a man and his horse when you get inside there and you do what you got to do. That's scary, man. We are going down a slippery slope.
Have you seen the footage online of the guy getting mounted by the horse? Apparently he dies.
What's that?
There's footage online of a guy getting mounted by a horse, and apparently he dies.
Is that a myth?
Well, let me tell you, I have actually seen the footage.
You did say have.
I can vouch to its utmost.
But what did he die of? I don't think he died of that.
You got to understand the sheer size of a horse cock, man.
Yeah, but he doesn't die there on the spot.
Yeah, but when you shove something in that violently that's that big, you're talking that long, that it's...
For real, that happened? I'm sure people are Googling, man dies as a result of horse penis jammed in. So they're trying to Google it like for 5 minutes trying to find this fucking footage.
Well, you know how on YouTube you can see what videos are jumping to other videos? Like what videos are referring other videos? So like the guy that's got like talking about this will get all this like flow on videos from this one. Okay,
so the other tag we're going to use in our YouTube clip, what is it?
Guy suffers massive hemorrhage after...
No, horse probing hemorrhage. That's the 3 tag words there.
And can an animal consent to intercourse?
These larger questions and more will be raised. We're actually going to bring this forward in the show. In today's show, we'll be covering off the corrupt organization that is involved with another organization called the...
Well, I once knew this guy in Tasmania, right? And, he owned a horse. That guy went by the name of that.
Yeah. No, I think I've heard that story. I don't even know if you mentioned it to me or someone mentioned it. And then obviously
me or some other sick depraved fuck that likes to occupy his mind with these sort of sick stories. Mentioned it to you. Either myself or some other member of your sexually deviant community you reside in. You know that sick fuck of a friend? You have that Indian one, the guy called out.
Yeah. He's, oh man, is he bad? He's showing me all these YouTube clips. One was this, and this other one was this, blah. Okay, this is actually a good time to mention another one of our sponsors. This is what they pay. They want prime time. And
VeggieClean. VeggieClean. When someone's got a little too much cheese in the taco. VeggieClean. VeggieClean. Oh, shut up. I will shower. VeggieClean.
I have big vagina. Now I want to clean it with VeggieClean.
You have cheese in your vagina? Like taco? VeggieClean.
Are you going out on a big night with all your friends? VeggieClean.
Are you anticipating some tongue accent from that really cute guy you work for? Bet your pussy smells like an old plate from an Italian shop. Got a bit too much parmesan happening down there? The station sponsor, VeggieClean. VeggieClean. VeggieClean.
VeggieClean now come in convenient wipes you could take with you anywhere. From your little purse pack all the way to our large extra double D size VeggieClean wipes.
Just repeat that ad because we didn't have the backing track going. So 3, 2, 1.
VeggieClean helps you refresh.
Just do the monologue. Go.
VeggieClean will help you stay fresh.
I go out every night and every day.
VeggieClean will help you stay
my
refreshing
stench
clean.
went away. I got too much
Only carrying a small
cheese
purse
and
pack.
taco.
VeggieClean comes in simple sachets you can take with you anywhere, anytime, even in the car. Keep VeggieClean wipes available at all times. VeggieClean. Now we keep you clean every time.
Keep your pussy well greased with VeggieClean.
Have you made an impulse decision to have sex with a guy random, but you need to be clean? It's 2 a.m. What do? VeggieClean now gives you the wipes that you need.
Oh, I put like a high pass, like a low pass, a high pass fit, a low pass fit, high pass. That.
Did you say high pass filter? I use a high pass filter. I use a low pass filter. Buy a high pass and a low pass.
Hey, this is Derek from Zoom Alderman, and this week we're doing the review of the new Zigga Zoom 6000 with built-in anti-clip
technology.
Now, the important thing about this, obviously there's no system that completely remove any clip. So the thing is setting it up straight from the start. So I'm going to show you how to customize your volumes here to avoid the clip.
So when you do that high pass filter at that level, you will get a...
Do you like to hang from the ceiling by your belt buckle whilst masturbating to Sinead O'Connor?
Well, we've got the cool hangout for you. At 2 a.m. Eastern Pacific time, we're going to be ready to showcase LeBron James and his favorite.
LeBron James fucks a barnyard animal next on 6-Haired World.
LeBron James survives the biggest, horniest horse ever. This horse has been known to kill other men, but not LeBron. We guarantee that LeBron will survive at least a week after being rogered hard by this horse. We're going to deeper lows. You know, the deeper this, as we go down this slippery slope, our audience members are getting younger and younger.
As we move into this moral black hole, as it were, where nothing is off bounds and we have no sense of self-regard or dignity with any of the content we're talking about, we feel that we will undoubtedly get an email from one of our numerous sponsors asking us to maybe tune down the content a little bit because it may reflect badly on their product.
One of our 11 to 12 viewers will be concerned that we have gone down this slippery slope once too often and that there will be no return. Once we have stared into the abyss will stare back and we will be stuck holding
the proverbial schlong, as it were.
1 minute, 1 hour 40.
Is it?
Yeah.
You take it to 2 hours?
Nah, can't be fucked. And there we have it, folks.
Well, it's good. We've hit rock bottom. You can't go any lower than that. So it has to clean up from this point forward.
You mean for the next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We will. We took 20 minutes, I think it was, before we mentioned penis and anus. So that was pretty good. Next week, we'll do 25 minutes of just dead air. And then just go, penis!
Just something really, 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 really boring and kosher. Like.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Yes, what did you have for lunch today? I was at a Asian restaurant and I ordered their teppanyaki chicken with the steamed rice. It was quite a delicious penis. I'm sorry I had to say penis. It's been 3 minutes. We don't even know what we're doing now. I think the rapid shreds kicked in big time. It is definitely not going to be right. That's it. A Dem has finally succumbed to the rapid shred after what seems to be an hour-long ordeal. I don't know about you, but you can't see it. Let me describe what he looked like while he was on the rapid shred. His eyes were in the back of his fucking head, if you don't know what that looks like. It's just pure white. I had no pupils for an at least 45-minute period. Rapid shred does have some side effects. I will say that. His lips were trembling like he'd just been taking cocaine for at least...
His knees weak, arms are sweaty. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mum's spaghetti. He's doing lines of rapid shred because he needs to go to bed, but he's going to be up to 4 a.m.
Swinging from the rafter, belt buckle round his neck.
Listen to Sinead O'Connor. Because you wanna. Jacking after James LeBlond. It's kind of wrong.
The rapid shred was him worse than last week where it was the Tim Tams in the bath. He was literally...
I devour temptation. It's like the ultra tranny version. I devour temptations in my brain. I just got a chocolate comatose. I've been jacking off from the ceiling. Trying to watch LeBron James. I got my biblical and step ladder around my fucking neck.
The new indie single. Available at all good record stores.
I had a fight with a lawnmower. Now I got a darky bitch ass cut. I'm crying 'cause my hair is so fucking shit. Yes, I've got a darky cut.
That was a great song. We're going to do we actually are going to, get on Ableton at some point, and we'll
do some mashups.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be great. In actual fact, what that will do is send an upswing of Sinead O'Connor, which is obviously what we're going to do. We're going to do a Sinead O'Connor hit song cover, I guess you will. You can say, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going on tour with that song, talking about belt buckles, step ladders, and then I think there is a niche audience that are interested in this type of experience, if you will, that we probably have an after party afterwards where we just get on the rafters and that type of thing. We just have a bit of fun doing that. So chill out. Send us an email. Tell us what you're interested in. Give us a phone call. Actually, that'll be great. Phone us up. Let us know. That'd be great. It's good hearing from the fans, really. So for those of you who have watched and listened up to this point, thank you very much.
You have the perseverance of a fucking monk. For those who are able to stomach the back and forth tennis match of cock dildos and other assorted vulgarities, you are probably the most sick, depraved motherfuckers on the YouTube community.
Now, what you've got to do is leave a comment in the YouTube channel.
Like, share, subscribe. Obviously, show it around your family. Doesn't matter how young. 21st century,
preferably under the age of...
Take it to school. Show it to your teacher. All right? Be a good topic to raise in social science. Hit us up on Facebook. Starting a new Facebook page. Like, share, subscribe.
Like
Google
somebody.
Plus. Like a somebody, if it were so. Fuck you, Bick. Fuck all the and fuck all the... And fuck your grandma.
And we've actually gone a record this evening of spacing out ass, cock and tit. To the point of, I think, of spacing of about 3 to 4 minutes, which is brilliant. And we're real proud of that effort. That'll continue.
And, of course, PM us if you like our material. We always appreciate the encouragement and support. If there's any young women out there that want to send us any tidbits, anything like that, just to boost the general morale, I appreciate that too. I can give you my Instagram, my Snapchat. Little moist little titties.
Hard nipple, if you don't mind.
Sinead O'Connor.
1, 2, or 3.
Sinead O'Connor, if you're out there. I know you're probably hitting 50, 60 these days. Not like the little youthful little lesbian bitch we saw in the 80s. It probably got
was it really the
face
80s?
like wizard sleeve now.
Can you believe it's now 30 years?
Since she gave us that bomb-ass track...
I listened to that song.
Snort the rapid shred through my fucking nose.
Now, while Dem takes us out with this amazing song, keep it going, the Dem. I'll talk us out with this outro.
I will suspend myself from the ceiling with a stepladder and belt buckle whilst getting to KY Jelly.
No, I want you to keep singing Sinead O'Connor's song in the background while I sit there and tell everyone out there, thanks for listening from the bottom of our hearts. Go, sing the song. Take us out, the Dem.
Ding.
And while the Dem takes us out with this incredible song rendition, a live performance, and a rare moment in this show of ours, I'd like to say a shout out to all the good people listening up until the hour at 48 mark, which is fantastic. Not only that, do listen to Sinead O'Connor if you're in sales as the perfect song to be listening to 3, 4, 5 times in a row on the way to work. You will be just jumping, bounding into work.
Coming and feel it. When will they go from here? When will they stop? I might seem alright and smile when you leave me. Bet my smile is just the front. Just the front. Yeah, black bitch. I'm terrified, but I'm dreaming of you. But I'm dreaming of you, girl. Macy Gray?